Sheldon Keefe pretty much said it after practice yesterday. Like, this guy's got a legitimate shot to crack the roster. He could play 9. I mean, it's up to him to prove it. The Nyes-Minten combo has been incredible, and I think of note there is that Nyes was a second rounder in 2021, Minten a second rounder in 2022, 38th overall. They seem to have built up some really, really good chem early on, but like, all eyes will be on FRASER Minten tonight. If he has another great outing, I think he makes the team.
Yeah, for who is the question. I mean, it is up for grabs. There's a handful of guys that can go steal a spot. Minten seems to be the one stepping up and standing out, but who's out is the question, and who gets put on waivers. Like, that's what I'm excited to see. Like, when Sheldon Keefe can say, oh, he has a chance to make the team. Every freaking guy at camp had a chance to make the team. That doesn't mean much to me. When the rubber hits the road and you put guys on waivers, that's when I want to see who did they go with. And we're closing in on that sooner than later here, and there's cap constraints, and it's going to be interesting here in the next week or so, 6 days, I guess.
31 goals, 67 points last year with Kamloops in 57 games. But I love these type of stories, and I tend to agree with you. Like, I take everything specifically said from Sheldon Keefe with a grain of salt, because, again, you got one eye on the media, one eye on the actual team. I get that. But I like the idea of rewarding players for strong play and coming into camp thinking you got a shot and knowing you got a shot. And I love this. I think it sets up a really good culture.
Well, I'm biased. I'm a Western guy. He's a Western Canadian. My wife's from Vancouver, so is he. And he's played in the Dub. The Dub's known to have a little bit more of a hard-nosed feel for it. So being young and being fresh-faced, I think he's played in a fairly rough and tumble league. But it is just impressive as hell when guys come out of that junior league. I mean, you want to talk about baby faces and just little kids and stuff. I know we're getting older, but we look down and we're like, man, those aren't big grizzled men like they seem to used to be. And he's playing with 16, 17, 18-year-old guys, and then he's just going to step into the show and play in the NHL. When guys make that leap, it is always so impressive to me, because not many guys can do it. It is a huge jump, and to have that hockey IQ, the skill set, and most importantly, the confidence to go from one league and skip, vast amount of hockey in leagues and just jump into the biggest one in the world, always so impressive. So just the fact that he's being considered and pushing for a job, I think, is a huge, huge bonus and plus for Leafs Nation and the future of some of their prospects coming down, because it wasn't long ago it was pretty bleak. And now you got a handful of guys that are like, holy smokes, these guys are looking solid and they've developed well over the last 12 months. And it's nice to see a guy pushing for a spot.
He's got that big frame, and I think from all accounts, a lot of people who cover him in junior hockey, it's like you don't really notice him out there. Next thing you know, you look at the box score, he's got like 3-4 points, a +5 type player. Like, he brings so many intangibles to the table. And again, in the small sample size that we've seen FRASER Minten, his just DNA seems to be all over the games, man. And the chemistry, I can't look past that. The chemistry he's starting to build with Matthew Nyes. Like, imagine a combo in the next 5 to 7 years with Nyes and Minten together, man. That complements what you already have.